Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Kate Beeders. Happy Halloween. I've got my a little bit of a costume, but anyways, happy Halloween, everybody. It's October 31st, Monday, and it's time for Brilliant Strategies. I've never been the one to really like scary costumes, so that's why I am dressing like the Good Princess. How's that? So I was trying to find something I had. So anyway, so that's why I know some of you are probably more into the scary monsters and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to lead us into our topic today. But I want to wish everybody a happy Monday. If you're just joining me new for the first time, this is a live stream training I do pretty much every Monday unless I happen to be traveling. So it's short and just kind of something to kind of kick off your week and help you really focus in, whether it's a mindset, money, or marketing strategy, but something just to help you kind of rock and roll for the week. So if you're here, say hello. Let me know you're here. And today, like I said, I'm really excited because I thought we'd do something kind of fun in honor of Halloween and do a little bit of tapping. So good morning, everybody. And I'm here, of course, as usual. This is my I was gonna say usually I call it my green smoothie, but today it's my princess brew, and I've got in it spinach and green apple and bananas, blueberry, Greek yogurt, protein powder, water. I think that's it. Did I say banana? Yeah, so it's very cool, very healthy. So anyways, if anyone has a really great recipe, I'd love to hear you share it. So what I want to do today on this training is, I know that, it's Halloween and, all the people are talking about ghosts and goblins and all the scary monsters and all that kind of stuff. And I want you to really think about what the scary monsters might be in your business. So take a moment, just kind of think about that. And let me just see who's here so far. Got to put the glasses on. Even princesses need to wear glasses sometimes. So good morning, everybody, if you're just joining us. Today, we're going to do something different. We're going to do a little bit of tapping today on all the scary monsters out there. Because you think about in your business, you probably do have a lot of scary monsters, right? All the fears and doubts. The fears and doubts that it's not going to work, that you're not good enough, that there's too much competition, that it's going to be too hard. Fear of being rejected, fear people won't like you, fear of this, fear of that. All the fears that are popping up. So I figured, how appropriate, Halloween, let's tap on a little bit of those fears. Does that sound good? So if you are new to tapping, I'm just going to give you the real nickel version. It's really probably the most powerful mindset technique I'm aware of that really helps people shift their fears and doubts and old stories and beliefs and all sorts of things that keep you stuck. And the reason that's so important is that if you're viewing the world and taking all your action from that place of fear, from that old story you're telling yourself, you're ultimately not going to have the results you want. And that's not a good thing, right? So tapping, excuse me, tapping is a really powerful technique that's able to help you quickly shift. So if you're like how I used to be, and I'd sit there and go like, gosh, I've tried this a million times, I can't work any harder, like why this, why that? It's because of all the mindset stuff. And I'm not going to go into all the mindset stuff today. I really just kind of want to dive in, do a little bit of tapping, and then wish everybody a happy Monday. So what I want you to just think about, just take a moment and just make a quick list, just off the top of your head, of some fears and doubts and all the scary things that go bump in the night, as the expression goes, that could be scaring you about your business. So go ahead, just write them down real quick. Take a minute. I'll take a sip of my smoothie while you're doing that. And what I'm going to ask you to do is just kind of think about them for a moment. So tapping is meant to be very gentle. It's not meant to distress you. And because of how I'm doing this over live stream, I need to ask you to take personal responsibility that if for some reason you don't like it or it really upsets you, simply stop, okay? Because like anything, you always have to take personal responsibility, and especially something like this, I'm not here in front of you to help you. So the way tapping works is very much like Simon Says, that you're going to do what I do. You're going to see me tapping on some points of my upper face and body, my hands, and you're going to repeat after me. Okay, so it's real easy, just Simon Says, but I want you to think about how big, like if you were to think about that big bag of all the fears and doubts you have. You know, like when you were a little kid, did you ever carry around a bag at Halloween, you know, to put all your treats in? Like, so if someone gave you like this, you know, you'd have a big bag to stick it in. And I know we used to like these little like shopping bag thingies and stuff. So picture if you put all your fears and doubts in this big shopping bag, you know, and you think you're going to be getting candy, and instead it's holding all your fears and doubts. So just think about that for a moment. So all the ones you just listed, picture them pictured, put right into there. Okay, you're carrying this thing around. It's probably pretty heavy, right? So we're going to do a little bit of tapping on it just to reduce it a little bit. And so again, just to remind you, if you're joining us late, it's all about taking personal responsibility. And so you're going to follow along with me. So repeat what I say and tap where I tell you to tap, okay? So we're going to go to single karate chop. Okay, even though it's hard for me to let go of all these fears and doubts, especially during Halloween, when all the monsters are out, I want to find a way to love and accept myself. Even though it's so hard for me to let go of all these fears and doubts I have, especially when it's so dark tonight, and all the witches and monsters and goblins are out, and they're hurting my business success. I want to find a way to love and accept myself. Even though sometimes it almost feels impossible to let go of all these fears and doubts that I put into this big Halloween bag, and whether that's right or wrong or good or bad, I want to find a way to love and accept myself and start to lighten this bag I've been carrying around. Okay, so now we're going to shake your hands out. And again, repeat after me. We're going to tap on parts of the face and the body, okay? So, oops, something just popped up on my, I just want to get off of that so I can, oops. There we go. Okay. So let's go right to the inner eye. All these fears, all these doubts. So remember, you just repeat after me, tap where I tell you to tap. All these fears, all these doubts, all these fears, all these doubts. They're really scary. And a night like tonight, that's Halloween, brings them all out. All the scary monsters, the witches, the goblins, the ghosts, Dracula, all the scary monsters. And sometimes I feel that it's not just at Halloween, but all year round, they're living in my business. So I want to find a way to start to release some of them. To know I don't have to have all the scary monsters, the ghosts, the goblins, the witches, Dracula, and everyone else in my business or my life. Okay, so everybody take a nice deep breath. Inhale really slowly through your nose, and then let out really slowly through your mouth. So what you should notice from the tapping we just did is maybe things start shifting around. Now, I always feel really great after tapping. Maybe you do too. You might have also noticed some other fears and doubts pop up. That's really normal. Doesn't mean it didn't work. It just means those are things that you need to get cleared out. Those are blocks in the way. And you want to write those things down. Maybe a memory got triggered. Maybe something, a fear got reminded of. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Write those down because those are the things you want to work on with an expert, someone like me, to clear them out so you can move forward. Because remember, if you've got all these ghosts and goblins lurking in the dark corners and popping out at you, that's going to stop you. You know, so you'll get this really great idea like, oh, I'm going to do this workshop, for example. And then all of a sudden the little monsters pop up and they scare you and they go, boo. You know, it's going to stop you and pull you back. Hey, do you like all of my Halloween metaphors? Just having some fun, silly fun. But think about in your business. So does anyone have any questions before I sign off for the day? Let's just see, I see a whole bunch of you here. Let me just see if there's any questions. Let's see, and good morning, Ruth. I see you here. And so if anybody is joining us late, once I post this, you can always go back and see the tapping round and go ahead and do it. But remember that these things are there, and some of them you know about. Sometimes you outright know that there's the witch in that corner, there's a scary monster over there. But the ones that are often the biggest problems are the ones that you don't see, the ones that are just kind of lurking in the dark, and they stop you from moving forward. And for me, I always find tapping is probably the best way of just kind of clearing them out. And then being in a place where there's like lots of princesses and fairy wands and all that kind of stuff. And things are better for you. So let me just see, are there any questions before I sign off for the day? And I appreciate if you enjoy this tapping round, please share this with your community. Let's get more people out there understanding what's going on about the fears and doubts. But the most important thing is that once they acknowledge them, understand that you can clear out your fears and doubts. All right? And that's the most important thing I want you to learn from this call is that, yep, I want you to be aware of them. There's lots of people having you make lists and stuff like that, but I actually know how to clear them out. So have a wonderful Halloween. Be safe. Don't eat too much candy. And until we meet again, be brilliant. And if I can help you, reach out to my team, info@katebeeders.com, and I'd be happy to help you get rid of all the ghosts and goblins in your life. And until we meet again, have a great day. Be brilliant.